Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the hopeful elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. Gotta give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, the Most High, the Heavenly Father. His Hebrew name is Yahweh, not Yahweh, not Jehovah, not God, not Elohim, not Most High, not Lord, not Yah, not Jah, not Ahaya, not Allah, not Abba. It's Yahweh. And his only begotten son name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shah. Not Yahshua, not Yeshua, not Jesus Christos, not Jesus Christ, not Serapis Christos, not Yeshaya, not Yehoshua. It's Yahweh Shah. So got to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Rekah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elder bishop and elders of great millstone, who rule well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all Israel, ready to accept it or not. And the sincere salutation to all the doctrine, pushing this truth and believing this truth through the four winds of the earth, the entire world, shedding light to the hopeful elect. Shalom to the Akwath who are listening learning, you few sisters who are listening learning. So I titled this lesson, coming at you another lesson, truth, facts, faith, and edification. Another day of edification, Lord, will be edifying. So I titled this lesson, the secrets of God is not revealed to heathens, save one. And the reason I put save one, because the Lord showed Balaam a vision of how Israel is going to dwell alone in safety. And they should not be reckoned among the nations. So the secrets of God is not revealed to heathens, save one. So while these guys is fighting back and forth, these vocab Malones, watching Elder Monatazak video with vocab, these questions, but like the elder mentioned, a vocab Malone never answered the questions that Elder Malcolm asked him about. he constantly come up with these same things over and over, man. Over and over. Same things over and over. Because they can't get it. And he hurt. They emotional. And watching the video that Elder Yashwama did last night, this one guy, this one Edomite, and these Edomites are terrified, man. They in fear. So the secrets of God is not revealed to heathens. Period. So real quick, this is Deuteronomy 29 and 29. The secret things belong unto the Lord, our power. But those things which are revealed belong unto us and to our children forever, that we may do all the words of this law. So the Lord revealed unto us the things that we need to know. And to tell you in Hebrews 6 and 9, things that are in the salvation, we does speak. Right? Again, the secret things belong unto Yahweh, our power, but those which are revealed belong unto us and to our children forever, that we may do all the words of this law. Now, when you go to Psalm 78, these parables, the Lord told our fathers to teach us. To Psalms 78 and 1, it reads, give ear, O my people, to my law. And what it just said in Deuteronomy 29 and 29, let's read it again. The secret things belong unto Yahweh, our power, but those things which are revealed belong unto us and to our children forever, that we may do all the words of this law. Right? So in Psalm 78 and 1, it reads, give ear, O my people, to my law, incline your ears to the words of my mouth. See how this go right with Deuteronomy 29 and 29. Now, this is what the Lord told our fathers, man. I will open my mouth in a parable. I will utter dark sayings of old, which we have heard and known, and our fathers have told us. We will not hide them from their children, showing to the generations to come, every 34th generation, the praises of Yahweh and his strength and his wonderful works that he have done. It say from generation, okay? Showing to generations to come. Because this is, and when you read in Isaiah 54, let me get it. In Isaiah 54 and 17, it reads, no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that rises against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. Okay, Luke 21 and 15. The Lord gave us a mouth and wisdom that neither our adversary can neither gainsay nor resist. Okay? No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of servants of Yahweh, and their righteousness is of me, saith the Lord. This is the heritage of servants, right? So when you go to Leviticus 25 and 55, it reads, it said, this is the heritage of servants. For unto me, the children of Israel are servants. They are my servants, whom I brought forth out of the land of Egypt. I am Yahweh, your power. Now, going back to Psalms 78, the Lord told our fathers to teach us these parables, these dark sayings. Heathens can't get this, man. I don't care what you do. This is Psalm 78 and 1 again. Give ear, O my people, to my law. Incline your ears to the words of my mouth. I will open my mouth in a parable. I will utter dark sayings of old, which we have heard and known, and our fathers have told us. We will not hide them from their children, showing to the generation to come the praises of Yahweh and his strength and his wonderful works that he have done. For he established a testimony in Jacob. See, a testimony in Jacob. Again, as Apostle could always bring out the word testimony, right? Which goes back to testes, right? Because this is for the men of Israel, the sons of Jacob. For he established a testimony in Jacob. And that's why I see in Revelation 12 and 17 that the dragon is wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed that do what? That keep the commandments of the Lord and have the testimony of Yahweh Shah. See, this is a problem, man. And again, these devils got all the resources, but one thing that they can't buy is wisdom, because this is established with the Hebrew Israelites, man. It said, for he established a testimony in Jacob and appointed a law in Israel, which he commanded our fathers that they should make them known to their children. And that's why when you read in Deuteronomy 31, starting at verse 14 on down to like 20, the Lord told Moses, I'm going to teach you this song, teach it to the children of Israel, that it may be a witness against them in the land of their captivity, man. See, this song, no, it tell you in Revelation. Now, hold on, I got to get it. In Revelation, I'm going to be everywhere with this one. That's why I'm trying to get it out the way now, because it's going to be a little long flight right here. We're going to take a long look. We're going to jet set for a minute. It's Revelation 14. We're going to jet set on this one. It's a Revelation 14 and 1. The Lamb and 144,000 on Mount Zion, which is also in 2 Ezra 13. And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on Mount Zion, and with him, who Yahweh, and 144,000, having his father's name written in their foreheads, being exempt from judgment, that the war in Ezekiel 9 and 4. And I heard a voice from heaven, as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps. What it say in Matthew 11:16? Hey, children sitting in the marketplace, man. It say, and they sung as it were a new song before the throne, because it's not a new song. We just forgot the words. The Lord told Moses in Deuteronomy 31 to teach us this song. So in the latter time in captivity, when we hear it, we're going to be like, oh, yeah, I remember that song. Yeah. So it said, and they sung as it were a new song before the throne and before the four beasts and the elders, and no man could learn that song, but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. Heathens can't hear this song, man. And it's cold because the Lord let one heathen, he showed one heathen a vision, man. And that was Balaam. So back in Psalm 76, again it reads, verse 5, for he established a testimony in Jacob and appointed a law in Israel, which he commanded our fathers, that they should make them known to their children. See, that the generation to come may know them. That go back to the song in Deuteronomy 31. Even the children which shall be born, who shall arise and declare them to their children. So you hear somebody say, "Oh, the Lord done away with His people," like in Jeremiah 33, when the Lord say they want to cause my people to be no people, man. Paraphrasing. Matter of fact, hold on, let me get it. In Jeremiah 33, in verse 19, it is. Let's read this. See, this is what vocab now want, man, but it can never happen. And the word of Yahweh came unto Jeremiah, saying, "Thus saith Yahweh, if you can break my covenant of the day and my covenant of the night, and that there shall not be day nor night in their season, which is the sun and the moon, then may also my covenant be broken with David, my servant," which is in Psalm 89. The Lord said he swore to David once that his throne would be as the moon and the sun, and his seed after him. That's why I tell you in Luke 1, Yahweh shall go sit on the throne of David, that he should not have a son to reign upon his throne, which is Yahweh Shai, and the Levites, the priests, which now applies to all 12 tribes, my ministers. It say, as the host of heaven could not be numbered, neither the son of the sea measured, so will I multiply the seed of David, my servant, and the Levites that minister unto me. Moreover, the word of Yahweh came to Jeremiah, saying, "Considerest thou not what this people have spoken, saying, the two families which the Lord have chosen." Now you got some that say they know that Israel, the chosen people of the Lord, but now the heathen can get grafted in too because of Romans 11. No, you don't understand. Romans 11 is talking about the Israelites that was considered of the uncommon. They was uncommon. Salakia, not of the common. We are uncommon. They wasn't of the commonwealth. It say, the two families which the Lord have chosen, he have even cast them off. Thus they have despised my people, that there should be no more a nation before them. See, they don't want us to be a nation before them. So what the Lord said they was going to do, call us bywords and proverbs, right? Speak, spooks, porch monkeys, wetbacks, and savages. Okay? Not a people. Hosea 1 and 10 is also in Romans 9. Paul was quoting from Isaiah in Romans 9. So back in the Psalm 75, again, verse 5, Psalm 78 and 5, for he established a testimony in Jacob and appointed a law in Israel, which he commanded our fathers, that they should make them known to their children. You saw Isaiah 59 and 20, that the generation to come might know them, even the children which shall be born, who shall arise and declare them to their children, that they might set their hope in God and not forget the works of God, but keep his commandments. Now, hold on. In Isaiah 59, let's get this. We got a lot of precepts today. They don't understand what's going on, man. It's Isaiah 59, 19. And this is all over the scriptures, man. But what it is, they just trying to, they just trying to vocab was paid off to be what it said in Ezra 4 and Nehemiah 4, hired counselors to frustrate the building, man. Because as the brother Dawadah and the other brother mentioned last week about Noah, hey, while Jake was mocking and talking trash, Noah was still building, man. Okay, Noah was still building while you had these mockers and scoffers talking trash, man. Noah was still building, man. So let's go back to this. Isaiah 59 and 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord. Matter of fact, let's read verse 20, what I want. And the Redeemer shall come to Zion, and unto them that turn from transgressions in Jacob, saith Yahweh. Because you can't commit sin if you're not under this law. That's why I tell you in Galatians 4, the Lord say, let's get this. They're going to keep scoffing, man. Until Yahweh shall return, they're going to keep scoffing, man. marking. Because Scoffer means false prophet. They're going to keep marking till Yahweh shall return, man. And see, they trying to frustrate the building. That's what they're doing. Because they know they can't come and get the truth. Man, the apostles destroy vocab, man. The elder bishops destroy vocab, man. He can't even come to the younger brothers in the truth, man. Get Galatians 4:4. But when the fullness of the time was come, God sent forth his son, made of a woman, made under the law. What does it mean to be made under the law? That means you was born of a man's sperm. Leviticus 12:1. Leviticus chapter 12, verse 1 through 3. It said to redeem them that were under the law, that we might receive the adoption of sons. To redeem them that were under the law, because we're under grace and mercy right now. Okay? To you new covenant bug outs, to redeem them that were under the law, that we might receive the adoption of sons. Let's go back. Isaiah 59:20. And the Redeemer shall come to Zion, and unto them that turn from transgressions in Jacob. What are transgressions? Breaking the law. Okay, 1 John 3:4. Saith Yahweh, as for me, this is my covenant with them, saith Yahweh, my spirit that is upon thee, and my words which I have put in thy mouth. Hold on. I just read this in Deuteronomy 29:29 and in Psalm 78. Should it say, and my words which I have put in thy mouth should not depart out of thy mouth, nor out of the mouth of thy seed. Psalm 78. The Lord taught these dark sayings to our fathers, that they may teach them to us for generations to come, even them that come after, nor out of the mouth of thy seed, saith Yahweh, from henceforth and forever. See, this links right with Psalm 78. These dark parables, these allegories and similitudes, it's only for us, man. Let's get this. It's only for us, man. Now, this is Psalms chapter 50 and verse 5. The Lord is making specific points, man. Okay, buzzwords. Your Psalms 50 and 5. Gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a what? A covenant with me by sacrifice. Now I was going to say this. There is no heathen prophets in the Bible, man. Find me, show me one prophet that was a heathen, man. Don't worry, I'll wait. Where is it? Show me the scripture. There's not one heathen prophet in the Bible. What did that tell you, man? What does that tell you? It should tell you something. Again, Psalms 50 and 5. Gather my saints together unto me. Now, it says saints, right? We're going into more detail. Those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. Now, who sacrificed to the Lord? Elijah, Noah. When the water receded, and Noah, and they tell you when you read it, Noah took 2 of every animal, right? Right. Well, the Lord told Noah to take 7 of clean animals. Why? Why? Because the 2 animals are the clean, the other 5 was for what? Burnt offerings to the Lord, man. Go read it. Noah took extra animals of clean animals to sacrifice to the Lord, because the Lord don't want you to sacrifice no unclean animals to him. Hence, Peter wasn't eating defiled food in Acts chapter 10, you slow-bellied Christians. Gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. What sacrifice? Noah, burnt sacrifice to the Lord. Elijah, Ezekiel. Oh, Job, for you Watchman Report. What's this nigga name? Watchman Report, slow belly, bug out, old bag ass nigga. Talk about Job was an Edomite. Job sacrificed to the Lord for his children sinning against the Lord, celebrating their birthdays. You telling me Job was an Edomite? I think not. Gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. Jacob sacrificed to the Lord. I can read it to you in Genesis 35. Abraham sacrificed to the Lord. Isaac sacrificed to the Lord. They all made altars to the Lord, man, and burnt sacrifices. This is say, my saints, who? Israelites, and the heavens shall declare his righteousness, for God is judgment, for God is judge himself. Hear, O my people, and I will speak, O Israel, and I will testify against thee. I am God, even thy power. Okay? Let's get this. In Psalms 25 and 14, just some basic, simple simple milk precepts, man. Psalms 25 and 14. The secret of Yahweh is with them that fear him. Now, it tell you in Deuteronomy 25, when Amalek came after us, when we came out of Egypt, it said they were the first of the nations. And they what? They didn't fear the Lord. Let me show it to you. The so-called white man don't fear the Lord, okay? Because they don't believe in the Lord. It's Deuteronomy 25. It's Deuteronomy 25 and 17. Remember what Amalek did unto thee by the way when you were come forth out of Egypt, how he met thee by the way, and smote the hindermost of thee, even all that were feeble behind thee, when thou wast faint and weary, and he who? Amalek feared not God. Now hold on. What does it say about Job? Job 1 and 1. We talking about the saints right now. This is Job 1 and 1. There was a man in the land of Uz whose name was Job, and that man was perfect and upright, and one that what? Feared God and eschewed evil. So hold on. It said right here, Amalek don't fear the Lord. So we know the so-called white man cannot be a saint. Proverbs 20, Psalm 25 and 14. The secret of Yahweh is with them that fear him, and he will show them his covenant. He keep bringing up covenant. Why? Why does it keep bringing up covenant? Well, let me show you why. Shall we? Let's show him why it keep bringing up covenant. Leviticus 26 and 46. Thus saith the Lord. These are the statutes and judgments and laws which the Lord made between him and the children of Israel in Mount Sinai by the hand of Moses. So, simple basic precepts, as always, Psalms 147 and 19. He made these laws, statutes, and judgments, commandments with Israel. Psalm 147 and 19. He showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Who? The heathens. Praise ye the Lord. Now let me get this real quick. Now in Amos, this is Amos 2. This is Amos 2 and 9. Now, I'm going to read that, but let me read this first. I'm going to get it from the phone. Now, this is the editions of Esther. Let me show you something. In editions of Esther, chapter 10 and 10, it reads this. Therefore, have he made two lots, one for the people of God and another for all the Gentiles. And these two lots came at an hour and time and day of judgment before God among all nations. Is you listening? Let's read it again. Additions to Esther, chapter 10, verse 10. Therefore have he made two lots, one for the people of God, Israel, and another for all the Gentiles. Listen, I'm finna get it next. And these two lots came at an hour and time and day of judgment before God among all nations. So God remember his people and justify his inheritance. Now listen to this. Again, verse 11 it say, and these two lots came at an hour and time and day of judgment before God among all nations. So in Deuteronomy 32, verse 8, this is that time and day and judgment among all nations when he made two lots. Listen, Deuteronomy 32 and 8. When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. For the Lord's portion is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. So, in addition to else, it said he made two lots, one for his people and another one for the Gentiles. Here he is again, Amos 2 and 9. Yet destroyed I the Amorite before them, whose height was like the height of the cedars, and he was strong as the oaks. Yet I destroy his fruit from above, and his roots from beneath. We took the land of Canaan. Also, I brought you up from the land of Egypt and led you 40 years through the wilderness to possess the land of the Amorite, which is Canaan, the land of Israel today. Listen, and I raised up of your sons for prophets, and of your young men for Nazarites. Is it not even thus, O ye children of Israel, saith the Lord? Hold on. Also, I brought you from the land of Egypt and led you 40 years through the wilderness to possess the land of the Amorite. And I raised up of your sons for prophets, and of your young men for Nazarites. Is it not even thus, O ye children of Israel, saith Yahweh? So the Lord only raised up prophets from among the sons of Israel. So that means, vocab, you can't get these mysteries, these secrets. Let me go back to Psalms 25 and 12. I meant to read this. Let me read this. To Psalms 25 and 12. It reads this. What man is he that feareth the Lord? Huh? I'll wait. What man is he that feareth the Lord? Him shall he teach in the way that he shall choose. Who's choosing? Yahweh Shemawashah. Yahweh said in John 6. You see? John 6 and 44. Everybody think they can just wake up in the morning and say, I found Jesus. I found them. John 6 and 44. No man can come to me except the Father which have sent me, draw him, and I will raise him up in the last days. Okay? Hold on. In Romans, you think you can go to some Edomite seminary, okay, and pay your way through these seminaries and say the Lord dealing with you now. The Lord said he got to raise you up. Now this is Romans 10 and 13. It reads, for whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. This is what Christianity get thrown off at. This whosoever is among Israel, man. We can prove it with Acts chapter 2, verse 20 and 21, man. Acts chapter 2, 21 and 22. It say, how then shall they call on him in whom they have not heard? Salakia. How then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? Everybody believe in Jesus Christ, right? Right. Nobody believe in Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua. Everybody calling on God and Jesus. How then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? What it mean to call on him? Everybody calling on Jesus and God. Listen, and how should they believe in him of whom they have not heard? All we heard all our life growing up is Jesus and God, right? Yahweh and Jehovah, Yahshua, Yeshua, right? How then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? Nobody, listen, everybody believed in Jesus Christ. Nobody believed in the real true power of the Bible, the Heavenly Father Yahweh, and his only begotten Son name, Yahweh Shah, which is the Hebrew. And how shall they believe in whom they have not heard? We wasn't taught this growing up in Christianity. And how shall they hear without a preacher? And how shall they preach except they be sent? Was TD Snake sent? No. Was Creflo Dollar sent? No. What about Pastor Bryant? What about the whole TBN network? Was they sent from Yahweh? No. Where they come from? The so-called white man's theological seminaries, theological cemeteries. That's where they come from. Yahweh shall say he had to draw you, man. You can't just wake up, go pay your way through some theological cemetery and say, oh, I found Jesus. I know the way to the kingdom of heaven. The Lord got to choose you, man. Let's go back. The Lord got to choose you. So in Psalm 25 and 12, what man is he that feareth the Lord? Him shall he teach in the way that he shall choose. Because Proverbs 20 and 24 reads, man's goings is of the Lord. You can't say you found the Lord, man. The Lord had to choose you. Continuing. Back there with the saints, right? So the Lord said in Psalms 50, Psalms 50 and 5, the Lord said, gather my saints together unto me, those that made a covenant by sacrifice, right? Let's read it again. Gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice, right? And it say right here in verse 7, hear, O my people, and I will speak, O Israel, and I will testify against thee because of the judgments that we had to deal, that we still dealing with. Now, this is Psalms, dealing with the saints. This is Psalms 148, 13. See, heathens, this ain't for heathens, man. It reads, Psalm 148 and 13, it reads, let them praise the name of Yahweh, for his name alone is excellent. His glory is above the earth and heaven. He also exalted the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel, a people, not some people, not a lot of people, a people near unto him. Praise ye Yahweh. Come on, man. Let's get to one Psalm 149. This is Psalm 149, verse 1 and 2. It reads, praise ye the Lord, sing unto Yahweh a new song, and his praise is in the congregation of saints. Hold on. Let Israel rejoice in him that made him. Let the children of Zion be joyful in their king. This is personal, man. This is personal. This is Isaiah 48 and 16. Some points I want to make, man. Watching the elder lesson, watching Elder knock us out by lesson and all that. Lesson that Elder Yashua dealing with this Edomite complaining to my Obadiah 1. Hey, these Edomites is terrified, man. They scared, man. They scared, man. This is Isaiah 48 and 16. Come ye near, and you should be. All the rape, robbery, murder, pillage, and plunder you done to the men of Israel and our women, and you got our women over us, giving the women more rights than the men, causing our people to be part of the alphabet community. Got Jake killing each other, Jake on drugs. You should be terrified. Isaiah 40 and 16. Come ye near unto me, hear ye this, but it's all part of the curses, man. I have not spoken in secret from the beginning, from the time that it was, there I am. And now the Lord power and his spirit have sent me. Thus saith Yahweh, thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. I am Yahweh, thy God, which teacheth thee to profit, which leadeth thee by the way that thou shouldest go. These secrets. And the Lord said he spoke plainly to us. This is Matthew 13 and 10. It reads, hey, I I was telling Elder Elder knocked this up, but the Lord smitten. Hey, the Lord got vocab smitten with madness, man. That guy is bugged out, man. That guy is bugged all the way out, man. Listen to the Elder video, cause when the Elder went live, I was still knocked out, man. I go to the plantation about 10:30. So I was knocked out when he went live. Listen, man. Listen to this. Hey, vocab is but the Lord has smitten him with madness, man. That got bugged out, man. This truth. Hey, it's truth. You either gonna cleave to Yahweh Shema Shai in humbleness, or it's gonna bug you out, man. This is Matthew 13 and 10. And the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? Look, so they asked him, why are you speaking to them in parables? But you talking to us plain. You talking to us plain, Lord. Why are you speaking to them in parables? And the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? He answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. Therefore speak I to them in parables, because they see and see not, and hearing they hear not, neither do they understand. Hold on. What did King David say? So if the Lord's saying 2/3 of our people can't even get this, how do the heathens supposed to understand this, man? It's impossible. They can't get it. In Psalm 69 and 22, this is what King David said. Now, when you read in Psalm 23, King David said, thou preparest a table before us in the presence of our enemies, right? Well, this table, when you look at the word table in the etymology, the table means bank. And what's in a bank? What's supposed to be in a real bank is gold and silver, which is resources, right? So King David said in Psalm 23, thou preparest a table before us in the presence of our enemies. What's on our table is this truth, okay? Everything that we need for salvation, we'll tell you in Hebrews 6 and 9, things that accompany salvation, though we does speak. So this is what King David say. For 2/3 of our people, this table has become a snare. So if 2/3 of our people can't get the truth, how do the heathens supposed to get it? This Psalm 69 and 22. Let their table become a snare before them, and that which should have been for their welfare, let it become a trap. And I mention this all the time. This truth is our real welfare, man. Okay? Jake trusting the so-called white man for so long with Section 8, HUD, Habitat, housing, and stamp, Social Security, disability, all this other, whatever it is. This is our real welfare. This truth, man. Let that table become a snare before them, and that which should have been for their welfare, let it become a trap. What? The truth. Okay? Let me prove it to you again. In Isaiah 28, let's prove it further. This is because what we dealing with, we're dealing with the mercies of David, man. This is the sure mercies of David the Lord has given us, man, to receive this truth. Now look, Isaiah 28 and 7. But they also have air through wine. This ain't talking about red wine, Merlot, and Cabernet Sauvignon. This is talking about philosophy of the so-called white man. But they also have air through wine and through strong drink are out of the way. The priest and the prophet have air through strong drink. The 501c3 tax exempts that they get from these theological cemeteries. They are swallowed up of wine. The philosophy of the so-called white man. Tell you Colossians 2 and 8. Beware, lest any man spoil you through philosophies and vain deceits, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world. Rudiments meaning you are following the fundamentals, the foundations, the essentials, the first principles of the so-called white man. It say they are out of the way through strong drink, they err in vision, they stumble in judgment. Why, Lord? For all tables, which was supposed to be for your welfare, for all tables are full of vomit and filthiness, so that there is no place clean. So the Lord made 2/3 table vomit, full of vomit and filthiness. So if 2/3 table They can't get this truth. How do the heathens supposed to get it, man? Look, let me show you into my wine and strong drink. This is verse 29. Isaiah 29 and 9. Show you it's talking about the philosophies of the so-called white man. Right here. Stay yourselves in wonder. I was just reading Isaiah 28 and 7 and 8. There's Isaiah 29 and 9. Stay yourselves in wonder. Cry ye out and cry. They are drunken, but not with wine. Then what, Lord? They stagger, but not with strong drink. So what are they drunk with if it's not wine and Hennessy? What is it? Or if it's not wine and tequila? Let me show you what they're drunk with. So if 2/3 is drunk with this, how in the hell heathens supposed to get this gospel? They can't get it. The Lord showed one heathen a vision, and that was Balaam in the book of Numbers 23. This is Colossians 2 and 8. Beware, and when he showed him a vision, it was about us ruling the earth after we go through our trials and tribulations, our adversity and afflictions. After we go through captivity, the Lord showed Balaam that we're going to rule the earth after the so-called white man's rulership is over with, man. Okay? So when he did show a heathen a vision, it was about us ruling the earth in righteousness, man. Come on, man. Colossians 2 and 8. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Hamashiach. So our people are following the rudiments of the world. Go look at the word rudiments on Google. It's a fundamentals, first principles, essentials, fundamentals, foundations. And going back to Deuteronomy 28 and 48, when it say, thou shalt serve thy enemy in one of all things, food, clothes, water. It say, in the one of all things, transportation, housing, work, schooling, right? Where do you get your education from? The so-called white man's school. Now he got us writing from right to left. So like now he got us writing and reading from left to right when we supposed to be writing from right to left, right? Now we know how to write English letters out, but we don't know how to write the Hebrew characters out. Okay, we supposed to be writing in Hebrew, man. It's 22 Hebrew characters, 22 Hebrew letters. Where the hell they get these other 6 characters from? What are there? 28 characters in the English, right? Because you got it's 22 characters in the Hebrew, minus the E, the J, the U, the V. E, J's, U's, and V's. E, J, U, and V is not in the Hebrew, man. Okay? There are 22 characters in the Hebrew, man. So why? But he's the wicked. So what we the rudiments of the world. So Red says, stay yourselves in wonder, cry out and cry. They are drunken, but not with wine. They stagger, but not with strong drink. They drunk with the philosophies of the so-called white man. And that's why I tell you in Isaiah 30 and 12, our people trust in oppression, which is what? Stockholm syndrome, man. Go look it up. Don't take my word for it. Go look it up. Daniel 12 and 10. And it reads, many shall be purified and made white. What does it mean to be purified and be made white? Holy. The Lord said he severed us from other people that we should be his. Hold on. Let's prove it. In Leviticus 20 and 26, this is what it means to be purified and made white, man. This ain't talking about a white t-shirt. Because the so-called white man ain't white. He's red and pink. Different shades of red and pink. He's from a pinkish hue to a red plum cherry red, man. Okay? Leviticus 20 and 26. And ye shall be holy unto me. What's the word holy mean? You wacky Christians out there. I'll wait. Because none of you Christians, we find out when a Christian come up, you say, what holy mean? Or what sanctified mean? They don't know. They don't know, man. It means to be purified and made white. That's what it means. To be holy, righteous, to be clean, man. And ye shall be holy unto me, for I, Yahweh, am holy. And what, Lord? And have severed you from other people that you should be mine. This is in the book of Leviticus. So this is talking about the Israelites. Everybody know the Old Testament is about Israel. And and what? And have severed you from other people that you should be mine. Huh? He said, ye shall be holy unto me, for I, the Lord Yahweh, am holy. So let's go back. In Daniel 12 and 10, many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly. The so-called white man, because he's known as the wicked in the Bible, and two-thirds of Jake are following their ways, so they are doing wicked acts. And none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. And we know two-thirds. Hold on, let's read this. Two heathens can't get this, man. Okay, it said the wicked would not understand, man. In Proverbs, what's that? It's 11 and 29, I think it is. About the wicked, right? It say, ain't nobody gonna understand but the wise. Look at this. Proverbs 11:29. He that troubleth his own house shall inherit the wind. We're talking about the Edomites, because they own all the resources and their people is homeless. Why is that? How is that possible? And their people's in rulership. They own all the resources. Should not be one homeless white person in America. He that troubleth his own house shall inherit the wind, and the fool shall be servant to the wise of heart. Who's the wise? Who's the wise of heart? The Israelites. What do Yahweh Shah say? Let me get it. Is that John? What is that? Hold on. I think that's John. Let me check. Is that John 1 and 27? Let me check here. Yep. John 1 and 47. Yahweh Shah saw Nathanael coming to him and said of him, behold, an Israelite indeed, in whom is no guile. You see it? Listen, man. The only one that's gonna be wise are the Hebrew Israelites, man. Period. Let me get this. So in Second Corinthians, the Lord made two lots, man. Two lots. One for Israel and one for all the heathens, man. 2 Corinthians 4 and 3. It reads, but if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, in whom the God of this world have blinded the minds of them which believe not. Who's the God of this world? I read to you Colossians 2 and 8. It say, be well as any man spoil you through philosophies and vain deceits, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world. Who control this world? Who face on the money, man? The so-called white man. I read the other day in Matthew 22. Yahweh Shah said, show me a penny. And he said, who faces this on this penny? They said, Caesar's. Who face on the penny right now? Uh, Abraham Lincoln. Who face on the quarter? George Washington. Okay. The Lord says, show me the tribute money. Whose face, who he said, whose image is this and superscription on the penny? They said Caesar's. Who were the Caesars? It was 12 of them. Who were they? Edomites. So-called white people, man. In whom, but if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, in whom the God of this world have blinded the minds of them which believe not. Dealing with this is dealing with Jake's. Two-thirds of Jake that don't believe. So the Lord is constantly saying, if two-thirds of his people don't get it, how in the hell heathens supposed to get it? How vocab alone supposed to get this if two-thirds of Jake can't get it? The wacky tacky Christians don't understand nothing because they are being deceived by plantation Christianity. It's a least the light of the glorious gospel of Hamashiach, who is the image of God, should shine unto them. How they supposed to get it? In Colossians 1 and 26. Going back to the Lord, say, gather my saints together unto me, those that made a covenant with me by sacrifice. Where was the covenant made between the Lord and Israel? In Exodus 24, man. And every time we come back every third and fourth generation, you are still under the oath of getting put to death, man. That's why I tell you in Judges 5 and 11, we supposed to rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord till Yahweh shall return, man. This is Colossians 1 and 26. Even the mystery which have been hid from ages and from generations, but now is made manifest to his saints, man. To the saints. And if you're not an Israelite, you are not a saint. And the Lord said, even two-thirds of his own people can't get it. Let's get this. In Romans, this is Romans 9, verse 6, I think it is. Now let me read this to you, man. Listen to this. It's a Romans 9 and 6. Not as though the word of God have taken none effect, for they are not all Israel, which are of Israel. Because there's a two-third and a one-third, man. Even though they Israelites, they are heathens. The Lord said in Matthew 18, they are heathens and publicans, man. The Lord called them heathens, two-thirds of Israel. So how do the real heathens supposed to get it? It's impossible. Not as though the word of God have taken none effect, for they are not all Israel, which are of Israel. Listen to this. Romans 9 and 7. Neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children. What Christians say? This slow-bellied nigga, TD Snake said, we all Abraham's seed. No, we ain't. The Lord saying it right here. Now, this is Paul that wrote this letter. You gonna say Paul is a liar? All you Christians, oh, Paul, they love to quote Paul this and Paul that. Well, Paul said, Romans 9 and 7, neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children, but in Isaac shall thy seed be called. Now, Isaac had Esau and Jacob, right? Right. That is, they which are the children of the flesh, these are not the children of God, but the children of the promise are counted for the seed. Hold on. Let's back it up. In Galatians, who's the children of the flesh and the children of the promise? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, and Ishmael, the Arabs, they are children of the flesh. Okay? Hey, when Abraham had Ishmael, right? He had Ishmael and then he had Isaac, right? Right. What happened to Ishmael? The Lord told Abraham to send Ishmael and Hagar, his mother, away because the covenant and the promise went to Isaac, right? I'm gonna read. Let's read it right here. Galatians 4 and 22. For it was written, well, in the Old Testament, that Abraham had two sons, the one by the bondmaid Hagar, which was the Egyptian, and the other by a free woman, right? I think she was the Egyptian, if I'm mistaken. It say, because he who was of the bondwoman was born after the what, Lord? The flesh. What it said in Romans 9. Let's read it again. Because you people don't read, man. It say, not as though the word of God have taken none effect, for they are not all Israel, which are of Israel. Neither because they are the seed of Abraham, are they all children. But in Isaac shall thy seed be called. Isaac had Jacob and Esau, right? Just like Abraham had Ishmael and Isaac. Well, the promise went to Isaac, just like the promise went to Jacob and not Esau, man. The Lord called. It said, that is, they which are the children of the flesh. That is, they which are the children of the flesh, these are not the children of God. So if they are of the flesh, you're not of the Lord. But the children of the promise are counted for the seed. Let's go back to Galatians 4. Galatians 4 and 22. For it is written that Abraham had two sons, Ishmael and Hagar, Ishmael and Isaac. The one by the bondwoman, the one by the bondmaid, Ishmael, and the other by the free woman. Free woman is Sarah. She had Isaac. Listen, but he who was of the bondwoman was born after the flesh, Ishmael. But he of the free woman was by the promise, Isaac. Same thing happened with Jacob and Esau. Let's read it. It say, verse 28. Now we, brethren, this is Paul now. Again, Paul wrote Romans. He wrote Galatians. Now we, brethren, as Isaac was, are the children of promise. But as then, he that was born after the flesh, Ishmael, persecuted him that was born after the spirit, Isaac. So, hey, it say, but as it said, let's read again. It say, but as then he that was born after the flesh persecuted him that was born after the spirit. So the same way Esau doing Jacob, Esau doing us today, Ishmael did Isaac like that. It say, even so, it is now. Nevertheless, what saith the scripture? Cast out the bondwoman Hagar and her son, for the son of the bondwoman Ishmael shall not be heir with the son of the free woman Isaac. So then, brethren, we are not children of the bondwoman, but of the free. That's a cut to all you peoples out there, you Edomites and heathens alike, and 2/3. We are not children of the free, of the bondwoman, of the flesh. We are the children of the promise, man. So, going back, going back to Daniel's chapter 12 and verse 10. Many shall be purified and made white and tried. But the wicked shall not do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. Who is the wise? Them of the promise, man. So I just want to make some points. Lord was edifying. Gotta give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Rekah Kodash, that honors to the apostles, near the bishop, and elders, a great millstone, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all of Israel, already accepted or not, in the sense of salutation to all the occasion, pushing the truth and believing this truth throughout the four corners of the earth, shed light to the hopeful elect. Shalom to the Agua who are listening and learning. If your sisters who are listening and learning. Hey, the water for tuning in. Hey, the water for your precepts. The water. Your brother Lightning coming board up. The water. But they there for those that come after, man. Hey, the water for tuning in. May you have about Shema shall continue bless you in your houses. Stay prayed up. Till next time, I say Shalom. Wa Abba Ball. Lord willing, I'm going to come back later with another lesson. Lord willing. I just had to get this out the way, man. I ain't did a morning lesson in a long time. Trying to get back in that spirit. But yeah, man, the water for the precepts, man. Oh, yep, let's read this. It's been a minute since I read this. Oh, beautiful. Let's read this. Let's get this. Hold that. Let me get this from the phone. In Hebrews chapter 11. Beautiful, brother. Been a minute since I brought this out. Let's read this. In Hebrews 11:20 it reads, by faith, Isaac blessed Jacob and Esau concerning things to come. What's to come? Esau's rulership and Jacob's rulership. When you read in Genesis 27, right? Even though Jacob got the blessing in the birthright, Esau had first rulership, man. Okay? Now we rule first dealing with King David and Solomon, but end time prophecy is Esau's going to rule before Jacob. Then Jacob get to rule the kingdom that come. So it's a read again. It's a Hebrews 11:20. By faith, Isaac blessed Jacob and Esau concerning things to come. Right? This is 2nd Ezra 3:16 from the brother Bayan Yashala. Shalom to all you Akim on the Walk on the Coming Board. Yabba Shema Shabra Kathon. It reads, and unto him, matter of fact, let me go to it. Let me go to it. That's what I'll do. Let me read up a little bit in this chapter. Been a minute since I brought this out. It's Second Ezra, chapter 3. It's Second Ezra 3, in verse 13, it reads, now when they lived so wickedly before thee, thou didst choose thee a man from among them, whose name was Abraham. Him thou lovest, and unto him only thou showest thy will, and madest an everlasting covenant with him, promising him that thou wouldest never forsake his seed. And unto him thou gavest Isaac, and unto Isaac also thou gavest Jacob and Esau. As for Jacob, thou didst choose him to thee, and put by Esau, and so Jacob became a great multitude. I got to get one more. In Ecclesiastes 44, got to get this too. Might as well. Ecclesiastes 44, in verse 19, it reads, Abraham was a great father of many people. This is Ecclesiastes 44 and 19. It reads, Abraham was a great father of many people. In glory was there none like unto him, who kept the law of Moses. And you can read this in Genesis. With that Genesis, let me double check. Is it Genesis 17? Let's see. Yep. In Genesis 17, you can read what I'm reading right now. When the Lord made a covenant, because Abraham wanted the covenant to go to Ishmael, but the Lord say, no, I'm gonna make him, he gonna have 12 princes gonna come out of Ishmael, the Arabs, but he would not get my covenant and my blessing. Because Abraham wanted Ishmael to get the blessing. The Lord said, nope, I'm giving it to Isaac, and Isaac gonna have a son. I'm going to give it to Jacob. Ecclesiastes 44:19. Abraham was a great father of many people. In glory was there none like unto him, who kept the law of the Most High and was in covenant with him. Because Abraham had to go and get circumcised, man, because he was living in his father's house, and the Lord told him to get from his father's house. He was going to make him a great nation. It's a who kept law of the Most High and was in covenant with him. He established the covenant in his flesh, and when he was proved, he was found faithful. Proved by he was about to put Isaac to death. The Lord wanted to see what he was willing to do it. Therefore, he assured him by an oath that he would bless the nations in his seed, and that he would multiply him as the dust of the earth, and exalt his seed as the stars, and cause them to inherit from sea to sea, and from the river unto the utmost part of the land. With Isaac did he establish likewise for Abraham, his father's sake, the blessing of all men and the covenant, and made it rest upon the head of Jacob. He acknowledged him in his blessing and gave him an inheritance and divided his portions among the 12 tribes. Did he part them, man? So I don't care what you do. The apostle done told you over and over and over, there's nothing you can do to learn about these dark sayings, to learn about the secrets of the Lord. You have to be an Israelite. And even in that, I want to get this too, because I read Romans 9 and 6. When it said they are not all Israel, which are of Israel. In Romans 11, close with this. In Romans 11 and 7. Hey, that's why it's a beautiful thing that the Lord gave us this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. We understand what's going on, man. We understand that these missiles that these nations are using, are testing, is going to get shot in America, man. We understand, hey, to repent and turn back before we be destroyed, man. The Lord gave us understanding of these things, man. This is Romans 11 and 7. What then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. So the Lord saying, if 2/3 is blinded, how in the hell he even supposed to learn this truth, man? According as it is written, God hath given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear, unto this day. And David said, which I read in Psalm 69:22, this is Romans 11:9, and David said, let their table be made a snare and a trap and a stumbling block and a recompense unto them. It's not meant for two-thirds to get it. So it ain't no way no heathen gonna learn this, man. So again, the water for your precepts, the water for tuning in. May you how about Shema shall continue to bless you in your houses. Stay prayed up. Wah a Bible ball.